In Ekurhuleni, tensions have been running high as well today. Opposition parties there trying to remove the DA Speaker Raymond Dhlamini. Govan Whittles is outside the Ekurhuleni Council, joins us now live. Govan, are things moving as quickly there as they are in Johannesburg?
Not at all, Tembi. Things have collapsed here in Ekurhuleni. The meeting has been adjourned by the Council Speaker, Raymond Dhlamini. That's after a scuffle broke out. The EFF approached the bench, to put it mildly, more like rushed towards him, surrounded him, asking him why he was frustrating the process, to schedule the motion of no confidence in him. The Speaker had insisted that the motion to pass the adjustment budget should be heard first. That's really what started all of this. And inevitably, after that scuffle, he called for the immediate adjournment of today's council sitting. Should point out this council sitting started at 10 a.m. It was adjourned at about 4 p.m. Nothing was done. They couldn't get through the first order of business. The passing of the adjustment budget is quite urgent. The council is wanting to deal with the motion of no confidence in the Speaker first, because they said he can't preside over the passing of the adjustment budget or any other item on the agenda. They clearly fed up with the Speaker, but the Democratic Alliance defending him, insisting that the adjustment budget should be passed first. We spoke to the Speaker, Raymond Dhlamini, after the chaos in the Ekurhuleni Council, and specifically about the moment when the members of the EFF, the councillors, came up to the bench and were confronting him. Let's have a look at what the Speaker had to say.
That's how they operate. They operate like that. So you need sometimes to tolerate them and work with them. Remember, the EFF, I think they got 10 to 11 years in government. So they're still baby. So you need to nurture them proper. So we allow them proper. So I don't have a problem with them. They were expressing their feelings. But they should do that in a proper manner, which will correct that going forward in terms of the rules of the House.
The Speaker of the Ekurhuleni Council speaking to Newzroom Afrika just after that chaotic council meeting, which was adjourned without anything happening. Speaker also saying he's a politician, he's not scared of being removed, and that the motion of no confidence against him will happen again. Well, that will likely happen next week, Monday. It needs to happen before the end of the month. That's what the EFF and the other parties want because of that adjustment budget. That's what's really urgent and is something that they believe should be passed quite urgently. Let's listen to the chair of the EFF caucus in the Ekurhuleni Council about the need to reconvene this council meeting as soon as possible and deal with that motion of no confidence.
Because we understand that there's a lot of items of compliance in the Auditor General to actually make their submissions in council for us to process. Those are legislated processes and procedures in line with the Structures and the Systems Act. But what we will not allow is for the DA to vehemently abuse power and abuse them and manipulate the standing orders as they see fit, like they've been continuously doing.
Govan, briefly, we've spoken a lot about what everyone is saying. Let's explain to people who haven't been following political developments in Ekurhuleni why it is that there is this push for the Speaker to go and how the numbers are stacking up at this moment.
The numbers look really good for the opposition. Here in Ekurhuleni, the government is a minority government dominated by the Democratic Alliance, as well as the IFP and the ACDP, as well as the Freedom Front Plus. They just don't have the majority in council. So the fact that the opposition parties here, which include the EFF, the ANC, and what's called the Super 7, a group of smaller parties with 1 or 2 seats each, want to remove the speakers, in an indication that they hold the majority in this council. If they remove Raymond Dhlamini, they'll most likely be able to remove the mayor, Tanya Campbell. And if they're successful on Monday, it's only a matter of time before another motion of no confidence in Tanya Campbell is scheduled and they remove her. They've done it once before. The problem has been agreeing on which candidate will be fielded to be the mayor in Ekurhuleni. If the ANC and the EFF can agree this time to accept an EFF mayorship in Ekurhuleni, it might lead to them getting the mayorship in Johannesburg, even though they say they'll support the Al Jamaa candidate, Tapelo Ahmad, for now.
Govan Whittles, thank you very much for that update outside the Ekurhuleni Council.